Serengeti Wildebeest migration is one of the greatest wildlife spectacles on Earth. This annual migration takes place in Africa's eastern countries, Tanzania and Kenya. The animals migrate in the Serengeti migration area, which is north of Tanzania, and the Maasai Mara on the southern part of Kenya. More than 1 million ungulates, mainly wildebeest with some zebra and gazelles, make their way around the plains of the Serengeti Mara ecosystem. Permanently on the move, they migrate to fresh mineral-rich grasses and water sources, mating, calving, and facing East Africa's most powerful predators as they go. The animals move in a broadly predictable pattern, though not following any particular route. While the migration's timing is different each year, it's possible to make a good guess about where and when the densest concentrations of wildebeest will be found. At the start of the year, the herds are spread out across the short grass plains of the southern Serengeti. Here they are grazing and preparing themselves for calving. February is peak calving season, with tens of thousands of calves born daily. Predator concentrations are now at their peak. In March, as the calves grow, the herds begin to move west and north in the direction of the western woodlands. Then in April, the mega herd wheels north to the central Serengeti. This is the easiest part of the Serengeti to get to for visitors, and hence the busiest part of the Serengeti National Park. In May, the area around Moro Koppies and west of Serian comes alive with a series of thundering columns, each containing thousands of animals. Once they start to move, the pace can be rapid, so the central Serengeti is a good base to access the area where large concentrations are likely to be encountered. June is the mating season, or rut. Many herds gather in the western corridor, halted briefly by the Grumeti River. Typically, from June until early July, the animals cross the Grumeti and face enormous crocodiles that have been waiting all year for this moment. After the Grumeti, the herds move towards the northern Serengeti and Kenya's Maasai Mara. In August, the bulk of the migration continues north and into the Maasai Mara and the Serengeti's remote Lemala Wedge district. Hundreds of thousands of animals disperse across the Sekanani and Musiara sectors of the Mara. By early September, most of the migratory wildebeest herds are grazing in the Lemala Wedge and Maasai Mara. They eat and rest as their 6-month-old calves gather strength. Crossings of the Mara River are frequent at this time of year. The herds jostle by the banks before plunging into the deep, crocodile-infested waters. Crossings take place frequently, randomly, and in both directions. Usually in October, the reduced herds start the long trek back to the short grass plains of the southern Serengeti. Those still on the northern side of the Mara River often make dramatic crossings back at this time. As the rains start over the Serengeti's southern plains, the herds soon follow. Progress is often slow, as most female wildebeest are heavily pregnant. In late November, the mega herd arrive on short grass plains of the southern Serengeti and in the north of the Ngorongoro Conservation Area. By December, the migration is in residence again, where the fresh grasses contain the mineral nutrients needed for successful calving. And so the cycle begins again.